I was in so much pain I could barely focus on the road, hunched over the steering wheel, taking side streets because I didn't trust myself on the highway. Spent 6 hours in the ER waiting room because it was absolutely packed. Apparently Saturday mornings bring out everyone who'd been putting off medical care all week. I sat there in a plastic chair sweating and shaking, watching people come and go while my pain escalated from terrible to unbearable. By the time they got me into a room and did a CT scan, the surgeon came in with his face set in that expression doctors get when they're about to tell you something bad. He explained that my appendix had definitely ruptured and I had peritonitis. For anyone who doesn't know medical speak, that means infection spreading through my abdominal cavity. Life-threatening if not treated immediately. People die from this. They rushed me into emergency surgery within an hour. I barely had time to sign consent forms, barely processed what was happening. 1 minute I'm in the ER bay. The next I'm being wheeled down hallways on a gurney, while ceiling lights flash past overhead. Then they're putting a mask over my face and telling me to count backward from 10. Woke up hours later, feeling like I'd been hit by a truck, run over again for good measure. Then maybe hit one more time just to be sure. Tubes coming out of my arms for 4 medications, a drain tube in my side. That looked medieval, and hurt worse than anything I'd experienced. Every breath felt like knives in my abdomen. The surgeon came by during evening rounds and explained in detail just how bad it had been. They'd had to do extensive cleaning of my abdominal cavity because the infection had spread pretty far. The appendix had been ruptured for at least 48 hours based on what they found. Another day or two and I might not have made it. I'd be in the hospital for at least 5 to 7 days on 4 antibiotics, possibly longer if complications developed, then weeks of recovery at home before I could even think about returning to work. No lifting, no driving for at least 2 weeks. Limited mobility, high risk of infection at the surgical sites. That's when reality hit me like a second truck. The money. I had health insurance through my job. It was actually pretty decent coverage, all things considered. But I chosen a high deductible plan because the premiums were lower, and I was young and healthy, and never went to the doctor. The kind of decision you make when you're trying to save money and can't imagine ever needing serious medical care.